So welcome everyone. It's been a very interesting journey that I have had in terms of yogic practices, day-to-day living healthy practices, health practices like movements and what have you, breathing, and also recognizing the various sense organs, various aspects of who we are. We're discovering all the outside of it, discovering the outside world. But how did we get to the outside world? And who thought about, okay, I'm say the good Lord or whosoever you want to say, God is sending us down there with a package and say, okay, here's the package, develop into something that is going to be useful to yourself. And so I resorted to embryology. And the embryology was fascinating to me. I said, I want to connect all these things. And so I want to share with you something that puts all of these things together. Let's see this. Yeah, I brought it up instead of sharing. So let me share. And some of these things may be, where is it? Oh. Some of these things may be complicated, but they are not. We'll try to explain to you very easily. And let's see here. From current slide. Okay, now there are three layers from which we develop our cells. Okay, three layers. And the three layers are outside is called ectoderm, outer lining, middle lining, and an inner lining. The outer lining, fascinating part is develops all the skin and all the brain, spinal cord, and all the nerves. That's how the outer lining develops. I'm just going to simplify this, okay? Plus, it also develops the nasal mucosa in the front. It develops in the mouth, first one third of the tongue, and also palate. It also develops ear canal. It also develops cornea, lens, and lids. It also develops the anal part. It also develops the vagina part, all the orifices. These are all the ectoderm. Just think about what all these things does that mean. Think about that. We have senses out there, and the senses have to go directly to the brain. Brain has to recognize the sense, everything that's coming out in contact with the outside world or inside world, whatever that is. So that's all ectoderm. The mesoderm is skeletal muscle and bones and some of the other organs like that, reproductive system, and that's all just the mesoderm, is the middle layer. And that includes the, I think the heart also, yeah, all that stuff. That's all lining of the body cavity, adrenal cortex. The inner layer develops this lungs, the intestinal area, and all that. Just so that to give it, liver and thymus and all these solid organs and all. So these are three layers. Now what happens is, just imagine this is how it goes. This is just a little diagram which shows epidermis is the outer layer, and there's this area it brings together, and this develops a tube. It's called a neural tube or neural crest, and from that all the nerves, the brain, the spinal cord, and all that comes up. You see, and that's shown here a little bit better. You can see how that folds, and that becomes the entire nervous system. That nervous system is fascinating. And what happens in the nervous system is then, of course, the parasympathetic and sympathetic covers every area of the body, and therefore we have information coming from inside out. You see, inside out information, inside into the brain. Feed from inside, whatever happens in the stomach, fed to the brain. Whatever happens in the bowels, fed to the brain. Kidneys, fed to the brain. Everything gets fed from inside. The inside systems are these inside systems. The outside systems are the ectodermal systems, you see. So it's simple to think about that. It's not that complicated, okay? The brain needs information about what's going on all the time. And so brain is the one that controls how the responses are. Now, but how does it fit into our practices? 4 pillars. Mindful movements engages mesoderm with ectoderm. Why? Ectoderm is the outer layer of the skin called epidermis, and dermis is the mesoderm, little deeper skin. But also mesoderm is the muscles and the bone, as you know that. And why bone density increases by the muscle? Because the muscle pulls on the periosteum, the outer lining of the bone. And it continues to pull on that. It continues to pull on that. That generates pull on the bones, and that's why the bone density. And it's very simple. It's very well designed. Okay, it's all designed by the good Lord. We didn't do it. We're just finding it out. So mindful movements and engaging this way. This is very, very interesting. Mindful breathing. Breathing is the breath endoderm. Lung is endoderm. But the nasal sinuses are all sinus and the thing, they are ectoderm. So now you have receiving stimuli. Ectoderm is basically contact with the world. Contact with the world. That's what ectoderm does. And from world to the brain directly. Self-applied massage, very simple. Massage goes very easily from the mindful massage, engaging in different directions, and going into the deep areas. And meditation. This is the mindfulness, directing the chi or energy to any area of the body. Any area of the body. And so what it is all 4 parts that we deal with. Unless we are aware, unless our mind is engaged into what the heck we're doing, okay? You can do anything you want mechanically. You can do anything you want. But it's as if, you just didn't do anything. You just didn't do anything. So the benefit does not come unless you engage that ectodermal brain, spinal cord, and all that. Let me see if I have. This is what it is. Ectoderm, and this is the same. Now massage, and I'm going to do the massage in a minute. There are 3 things about the massage. Massager, massagee, massage itself, message of the thing. So you have to think about what the message is going to be. And massagee means the organ that receives the massage. So there's a messenger there, and there's a response. So you have to include all that. These are all the other things. I just want to stop sharing now. These are all different types of massages that we have. Now, fascinating part about all this, therefore, is that all the outer area, the skin area, receives various types of responses, various type of stimuli from outside, all the senses. Mouth, tongue area, anterior 2/3 of tongue actually, and also the palate, upper palate. This is all ectodermal. The nasal sinus is ectodermal. The cornea, lens, and the eyelids, ectodermal. So if foreign body comes, we need to know. If something happens in the ear, we need to know. We need to recognize that. Same thing with anus. Same thing with vagina. Some portion. So orifices, it's a urogenital sinus, they call it. But thing is, this is a protection mechanism that we have. And in the protection mechanism, sensing mechanism, protection mechanism, response mechanism. So protection, sensing, and response. This is all outer world. Inner world is also through other system, as I pointed out. And having recognized this, it will make a lot more sense in our practices to say how we practice. And without mindfulness, without intentions, without getting into it, this will not work.